Hello, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a bit of a while. I'm here to talk about a bit of a controversial topic. I wanted to make this video in regards to different audiences. And I know my videos target different audiences. Some videos are just aimed at detailers, what a detailer should do, what a detailer should buy. Sometimes they're aimed at enthusiasts, what they should buy, what they should do. If you just do one car, it's just your car. Versus you're a detailer, you're doing a million cars. And then my third category of audience is clients. You're looking to get your car detailed, you're looking for a reputable detailer, what to look for in a detailer, what should they offer, what should they do, and now what should they charge? This video will focus on the price of detailing and what you should get for what you pay. And really the target is, how much should you pay? What should the person charge? And the big disclaimer I want to give with this video is that there is no right answer. There is no correct or incorrect. There's just a ballpark realm of what you should be paying, you know, compared to everyone else. And it's because of this disclaimer that there is no right answer and everyone's going to be telling you something different. I'm going to start talking about exteriors, just a basic, or we're going to go step by step on this. I charge, I think, 100 to 125 for sedans and roadsters. This is an exterior detail. What is included in my detail? Well, it's all the wheels and tires, big thorough cleaning, about a half hour on average dedicated to just those. So the wheel face, the lug nuts, the wheel barrel in between the spokes, behind the spokes, the tire sidewall, and then the wheel arch, the carpeted stuff above the wheel. Sometimes it's plastic, sometimes it's carpeted, but I do every bit of that corner and then I repeat it for the other three corners. That's step one for my exterior detail. Step two is a touchless wash. It's usually with a pre-treat. You guys know I love pre-treats. I just make sure that paint is really clean, safe for my contact wash, and then I obviously go in with a contact wash. And I'll go in with a contact wash, the one bucket method, bunch of mitts, quality shampoo. I'll wash it out and I'll take a brush while I'm pre-treating, I forgot this part, and get the badges, the emblems, the trim, etc. Things like that with a bunch of lodged crud and dirt and whatnot. And then I'll do the contact wash, make sure I hit all the glass. If it needs to be clayed, I'll give it a light clay with like a clay towel. There's a difference between the just easy claying I'll do included with my exterior and then a real deal clay with like a bar and lubricants and all that to really decontaminate and prep a surface for a coating or paint correction or something like that. So I kind of separate those two. Not every vehicle needs a clay, so I kind of keep it separate. You only need to do it when it's necessary or when you're going to prep it for something. But I'll do that, wash the vehicle thoroughly. This can take me anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. And then I'll dry the vehicle with either a towel or compressed air. Sometimes a mix of both, depends on the car. And then I'll really take that compressed air and I'll go the extra mile to make sure there's no water in the wheel lug nuts, around the tire, the badging. Like I want to be extremely thorough with that, especially the side mirrors, because you can be really thorough with a blower and water can still come out of those. So that all said and done. And then I'll probably spray on like wet coat or something light to keep the paint protected, or 100 to 125 for sedans and roadsters. Then 150 for like a small SUV, like a RAV4, CRV, Alfa Stelvio, something like that, without a third row. And then big trucks like double cabs or third row SUVs like Subaru Ascent, Toyota Highlander, Cadillac Escalade, things like that, are I believe closer to 200. They're just bigger vehicles, they take a lot longer, you got more real estate to cover. But it's anywhere from 175 to closer to 200. It depends obviously on the job, but I keep that range there so the customer knows I might pay less, I might pay more, it's up to them. But that's my exterior work. Interior is a little different. I start charging, I think, at 200 for sedans and roadsters. I charge less for interiors. Like the average detailer will charge more for an interior than I will for, let's say, a sedan, like 200 bucks. They take me on average 4 hours. I keep a lot of extra stuff as optional extras because not every car needs it. So the price will go up with my detail as you tack on things like extraction, ozone, odor bombs, things like that. So those will be optional extras that will raise the price, but flat out, I mean, for full interior is 200 bucks for sedans, and then I think it's 225 or 250 for SUVs. And then it gets close to the 300s for those bigger vehicles. What I include with it is taking out all the mats, taking out all the stuff from the door cards, the center console, blowing everything out, cleaning those mats, either rubber or carpet, whatever. And then I go in and vacuum all the upholstery, drill brush, etc. This can take me up to an hour to just get the vacuuming done. I push the seats forward, push the seats backward. I mean, get every bit in between the seat and the center console. I try and be very, very thorough with that. Then I'll move on to the cockpit area where the driver is, shifter, steering wheel, center, like all the touch points. Things you're gonna touch a lot. The nav screen, the gauge cluster, the dash, the vents, things like that. And then I'll do the same on the passenger side with those vents, that side of the dashboard, things like that. When I'm done with that, I'll move on to seats. If they're leather, I will scrub them and then put leather nourish. If they are cloth, I'll give them a good drill brush and spot stain removal and then like a vacuum. I won't extract, it's an optional extra. Then I'll do door cards, blow it all out, go in with a brush, make sure all the fluid is out of there. Headliner if need be, though headliner works a little bit, it's more in tune with extraction. If there's spots, I'll get to it, but I'll go to the back seat area, drop that little cup holder center area, clean that. Then I'll do the trunk, vacuum that thoroughly. And if I want door jambs, like where the door jambs are, sometimes I just do that with exterior, but if I feel like it's not too much trouble on an interior, I'll do that too. But that's my interior, 4 to 5 hours, and anywhere from $200 to $300. Now for paint correction, where my one steps start at, I believe, $350 to do everything that the exterior detail is, which is wash, clay, decon, everything. And then just a one-step polish. This can take me 6 hours if I'm quick, like if I'm efficient, 6 hours. And that'll be cleaning the car very thoroughly, using either Sonax Perfect Finish or DIY Gold Standard and just polishing with a polish pad, my DA. I'll take my 3-inch and go around the tight spots. I'll try and remove up to like 70–80% of defects. It's not a perfection detail, it's really just to get that paint looking good again. And when I'm done, I'll IPA it and just lay down a wax. It's anywhere from $350 to $400. And then it'll go up to $450 to $500 for those SUVs. I think it reaches $600 for 3 rows. And then my 2-step, which is heavy cutting, finishing polish, it'll take me close to 12 hours on average. I feel like at the most 12 hours for a thorough 2-step. I think my sedan prices for that is $550, and then it will hit $650 for SUVs, and then like $700 or $800 for those bigger vehicles, because it's a lot of work. Like at that point, you might as well just spend the money on a ceramic coating, because I'm doing all that work anyway. Which leads me on to ceramic coatings. My ceramic coatings start at $1,000 for sedans. So I will use either Seaquartz UK 3.0 or Adams Graphene, the base one that's 7 years. That's super popular with my clients. Also the advanced formula is super popular. Those graphene formulas are super powerful in their repellency, their water contact angles, claimed durability. I have to say claimed because they haven't been out that long, but they're extremely popular coatings, and I do optional extras for glass coatings, wheel coatings, things like that. I think it's like $100 for just the front windshield, and then I'll do $200 for all the glass. I think I start at $150 for the wheels. If the wheels are off, I can charge more because I'll do the barrels and really get intricate with those wheels, but if it's just the face of the wheels, that's starting at $150. So that's $1,000 for sedans to coat them. Coating really of their choice. If they go, more than $100 for a bottle of coating, I'll charge extra for whatever they pick. But my picks are between $60 to $80. I don't charge extra for, which they choose. And then I think it's $1,100 or $1,150 for SUVs, and then up to $1,300 for those big vehicles. A lot of people charge more. Coating jobs can reach $2,000 or more, $3,000. It depends on what you want. So obviously talk to the detailer you're going to work with. Ask him thorough questions like, are you gonna go through a thorough two-step? How much defects do you wanna remove? Are you really aiming for a perfect finish? Or what kind of coating are you gonna use? Definitely, if you're looking into a ceramic coating, research what coating you want. Do I want a graphene coating? Do I want a coating that gives me a lot of gloss? Do I want the nano diamond coating from Diamond Protec that's created formula-wise for abrasion resistance, scratch resistance? Like, what coating do you want that will specify in a task? Some are all about boosting gloss. Some are all about scratch resistance or chemical resistance. Some are all about durability, like the graphene guys here, Adams or McKee's, that are just throwing out 9 and 10-year claims. Which one do you want? Research it and then talk to your detailer about, hey, can I get this one? Can I get that one? So this is what I feel all of this should cost. This is what I think you should pay for these services. Raw, out the door, just for labor and parts and all this. These are expected prices. Couple hundred for an exterior, maybe 200, 300, 400 for an interior, and then up to the 5, 6, 7s for paint correction, and then into the thousands for coatings. These are the ballparks, and these are my prices. There will always be people who are gonna charge less. Like, if your mentality, whoever you approach, is, I can find someone cheaper, just know this motto: you get what you pay for. When you find something that's too good to be true, we can coat your car for $500, best believe you're gonna get what you pay for. Maybe there's not a lot of claying done, maybe the coatings that they use aren't good, they don't iron decon, they barely polish, the wheels are like, no one goes the extra mile, and they'll just slap on whatever they can find, maybe a booster or something to just rip you off. You will get what you pay for. So very often, very rarely, when you go to pay these higher prices, is it not going to be worth it. You will get what you came to get. High quality coating, proper prep work, good polishing, all this stuff. So it really depends on you, where you want to go with this and what you want to pay. Also, depending on the quality of the paint, I will either discount a little or discount a lot from that ceramic coating quote. Like, if the customer just bought this car, it's a few weeks old, and they're looking to get it coated, I will heavily discount the price, anywhere from $100 to $400, just because I, A, either will not have to polish whatsoever, or B, very, very lightly polish. I will, like, the paint's in perfect condition, and they were smart. They came to get a car coated while it was new so they could save a ton of money. All detailers should do this too. If the paint is in fabulous condition, all you really need to do is thoroughly wash it, get it cleaned, prepped, and the coating is ready to go on. Like, a lot of that paint correction work, which in some cases can be up to 12 hours of labor, just gone. So clients, the best time to get your car coated is when it's fresh off the lot. Tell your dealerships not to wash it, not to lay on any waxes, not to spray anything on there. The moment your car comes off of a truck, tell them to not lay a finger on it. If they start spraying waxes or detailing it themselves, that dealership will ruin it. And when it goes to the detailer, he's gonna have to spend a bunch of time removing that wax, or removing all that work, or polishing up the scratches they induced because they don't know how to wash. That's another important side note. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you've got comments or just questions about pricing, leave them in the comments down below. If you think my prices are way too low or ridiculously high, tell me why in the comments. Let's have a discussion. I appreciate it. Thank you guys again for watching. Take care. Peace.